Welcome back everybody to the daily show where we discuss and do technical analysis on big mega cap stocks. So before we get started, please smash that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated, guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now if you want to support the channel and get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, live trading, and all kinds of setups, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. And now let's get right into it, guys. On Nvidia, stock is down 1.72%, so massive rally on Nvidia, and then finally a pullback today. Now, is this it? Are we going to see more continuation to the upside? Well, nothing is confirmed, and so far Nvidia stock holding above 900, so that is still bullish on Nvidia. Now if you look at my screen, this is actually a glitch on Nvidia. On this candle here on Webull, it actually never came down to 823, and look at this candle right here. That is a glitch. Came down to, what was it, 892, low for the day, and then I actually played some calls at 894. Immediately calls went green, took profit, and this thing ran all the way up to 913, 914, and just before closing, now closing at 905, holding above 900. So if you look at my screen, 900 will be a key level to watch going into tomorrow's session, and below that right here, guys, 890 to 889 right here, where we got multiple rejection right here, right here, right here, and that's gonna be support right here also. So watch out for that below 900. And then we also have support down here, 880, rising 5-day moving average, 870, 855, and then 840. So watch out. As long as Nvidia can stay above 900, you're going to see another big move all the way up to 926, 936.61, and then 960. Below 900, watch out for the support, 889 to 890, and then down here 880, 870, 855, 20-day moving average, and then critical support down here at 840. On Apple, stock is up 0.38%, so Apple ran all the way back up to 185 almost for the day, and then pretty much gave away all the gains and came down to 181.32. So if you actually played puts on Apple today, this morning, you got paid at the end of the day, and Apple now trading at 182.40, just slightly up, not even 0.5%. And also below 183, this resistance right here on Apple stock. So Apple here, guys, if this thing can break and hold 183, then you're going to see more continuation, possibly back up to 185 to 190. But below 183, you need to watch this support down here, 180, rising 5-day moving average right here, 178, 177, and then this gap all the way down here at 173.42 on Apple. On Netflix is up 1.51%, and I was saying last night in my video that going into tomorrow's session, which is today, you're going to see Netflix going up and closing this gap at 605, and boy oh boy, this thing delivered immediately. And that is actually a really good example of how this market is working in these big names. Any gaps to the upside, immediately stocks, ETFs going right back up to close that gap. Gaps here on bottom, well, nobody gives a crap. And you can see it right here. This gap is still open, huge gap. And we actually came down here. Almost it was looking like it was going to come down and close this gap, but took a U-turn, and now it's trading above 600. And that is just insane. How many days it took? Only 4 or 5 days. And it's back up to pretty much this high right here. Just a couple weeks ago, hitting 639, and then earnings came out. There was a drop, and now it's back up. Recovered all the losses in just 4 days, which is insane, guys. And that is why this market is definitely, it's running, it's good. Yeah, if you look at the technicals, yeah, they're kind of bullish, but it's not healthy because it's just one-way ticket to the upside. You're not getting any pullback, so lots of people are waiting on the sideline. They cannot get into this market because where was the pullback? Well, 5%, 4%, and then next thing you know, the market pretty much going back up to all-time highs. And big names like Netflix, Meta, closing all the gaps to the upside, where bottom gaps does not matter anymore. So going into tomorrow's session right here on Netflix, 604, that's gonna be your line in the sand right here, and the 50-day moving average. Below that, watch out for a drop down to 588. I mean, it came really close to 588 today, 591. So if you actually caught this dip, well, you made money because it was near the support, 588. So 588 will be key level to watch, and below that, right down here, 20 SMA, and that's gonna be 585. And below 585, we also have strong support at 566 right here, or 68, 13 SMA, and then 564. But as long as this thing can stay above, I would say anywhere from 588 to 604, that is still bullish, and we could see more continuation all the way back up to 630. On Meta, it's up 0.5%, and look at this one here. Another example. I mean, this gap might be getting closed early as tomorrow or sometime this week. It's possible soon as Meta breaks this 20 SMA right here, which is a negative slope, 476, I would say right here. Above 476, there is another $10 move to the upside to close this gap just below 485. So watch out for that. Now, as long as Meta stays under 476, strong support down here at 470, which is not holding today. So watch out for tomorrow. There will be support at 458.97, 13 SMA, and then 452. Anytime you see Meta actually breaking down below 452, then you're going to see a lot more selling, possibly coming back down to 414 right here to this lower Bollinger Band, and then this gap 400, which I think is not gonna get filled anytime soon. This gap will more than likely to get filled, and that can happen this week on Meta, 484.58, this gap on top. On Amazon stock, it's absolutely flat on the day, and if you actually shorted Amazon today close to 190, you actually made some money because this thing actually came down all the way down to 187.31, and now unchanged for the day, pretty much flat. So here on Amazon, guys, for tomorrow's session, 190 breaks, there will be more upside all the way up to 194 to even 195, and who knows, this thing can go up to even 200. That's gonna be a breakout over 190. Now also you can see right here it's clear we got this top, and now it's coming back up, so this could be at double top. A rejection from 190 can take Amazon down to 185, and this is the level that I'm watching. 185 gives up, this thing will immediately drop down to 182, I would say right here. 20 SMA, 180, and below 180, this thing can dump big time all the way down to this gap just above 173, and that's gonna be also a strong support. If you're looking to buy that dip, I would say wait for that. You know, right now, definitely there is no more upside left. This thing can go up maybe another $2, $3, $4, $5, but you're pretty much buying at the top if you're buying right here near 190. On Google stock, it's up 1.85%, so the rotation is back on, and today they were pumping actually in the morning, Apple and Google. And look at this one here, guys. I mean, up over $3 and almost catching up to this previous all-time highs, 176. So now we gapped up today over the resistance right here, 170. So there will be support right here after filling this gap just below 170, strong support, but only if that gives up. Watch out down here at 165 and then 162, and then we can talk about this gap down here, 158. Now as long as Google can stay above 170, the next stop will be right up here, 176, and possibly another fresh new all-time high, and that can happen because of those buybacks. On Microsoft, it's down 1%, so it's getting a rejection from 413 and now pulling back down to almost 20 SMA right here, which is sitting close to 408. So that's gonna be your line in the sand for Microsoft tomorrow morning, 408. And soon as that gives up, watch out down here, 404, 402.77, and then this gap right below 400. Now if this thing pushes higher and takes out 413, then watch out for more upside, 415 and then 420. On AMD, it's down 0.87%, so AMD was up and it was running for this gap right here on top, 158.35, got a rejection off of this negative sloping 20 SMA, 155.70, and now trading at 154.43 at the closing, above 152.33, holding above 13 SMA on this daily time frame. So 152, that's gonna be your line in the sand for tomorrow. Below that, watch out for this gap right here just above 150, and then we also have support down here at 148. Now AMD breaks out above, I would say 156 right here, guys. Negative sloping 20 SMA. 155.70 to be exact, but I would say 156. AMD can take out 156, then watch out for a move up to 158.35 to close this gap on top, and then possibly coming up here to retest 164, and that's gonna be a strong resistance right here if you're looking to short AMD at 164. On Tesla, stock is down 3.76%. So Tesla, I actually played Tesla today and got out with a small profit. I got in at 179. This thing moved up. It was actually trading in between 179 and 181 all day. And I got out just above 180 today here on Tesla. And then immediately this thing dumped all the way down to now 177. So here on Tesla, guys, there will be strong support right here at 173.60. I would say 174. And then this gap right here, 172. That's going to be a dip buying opportunity, definitely, to go long here on Tesla. Now to the upside, Tesla breaks out. Even today, another attempt, 183, huge rejection. Tesla takes out 183 and can hold right here above 183. Then Tesla will move higher all the way up to not only 200, possibly up to this gap, 206.77. Until then, there might be a chance where Tesla will come down and close this gap right here at 172, and that can happen now that Tesla is trading at 177. It's not too far away. Only needs like what, $4 or $5, and this thing will be done closing this gap at 172, and that's gonna be an absolute dip buying opportunity right here on Tesla as long as the support can hold at 172. Until then, watch out for the resistance at 183, and soon as that breaks, Tesla can push higher back up to 200.